Once upon a time, in a small town, nestled deep within the woods, there lived a wicked babysitter named Wendy. With her piercing eyes and sinister smile, she struck fear into the hearts of all the children she cared for. Parents warned their little ones about her, but sometimes desperate circumstances left them with no choice but to hire Wendy. One stormy night, the Johnson family found themselves in a bind. Their usual babysitter had fallen ill, and they had an important event to attend. Reluctantly, they called Wendy, hoping she would be available. To their surprise, she agreed to come over immediately. As the Johnsons left their home, they couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. Little did they know that their intuition was right. Wendy had a dark secret, one that she reveled in. She enjoyed tormenting innocent children, feeding off their fear like a predator. Inside the Johnsons' cozy home, Wendy wasted no time in setting her sinister plan into motion. She crept up the stairs, her footsteps barely audible against the creaking floorboards. The children, Timmy and Emily, were fast asleep in their rooms, unaware of the evil lurking just outside their doors. Wendy entered Timmy's room first. She stood over his bed, her eyes gleaming with malevolence. Slowly, she reached into her pocket and pulled out a small vial filled with a mysterious liquid. With a wicked grin, she poured a few drops onto Timmy's pillow, ensuring he would have a nightmarish sleep. Next, Wendy moved to Emily's room. She opened the door with a creak, causing the little girl to stir. Emily's eyes fluttered open, and she saw Wendy standing there, her face twisted into a wicked smile. Fear gripped Emily's heart as she realized she was trapped with the evil babysitter. Wendy approached Emily's bed, her eyes locked onto the terrified child. She whispered dark incantations under her breath, casting a spell that would haunt Emily's dreams forever. As the night wore on, Emily's dreams turned into a living nightmare, filled with monsters and shadows that chased her relentlessly. Meanwhile, Timmy awoke from his sleep, drenched in sweat. He looked around his room, his heart pounding in his chest. Shadows danced on the walls, and he could hear whispers in the darkness. Timmy knew something was terribly wrong, but he couldn't quite put his finger on it. As the night wore on, Wendy reveled in the chaos she had created. She watched from the shadows as Timmy and Emily tossed and turned, their innocent minds tormented by her wickedness. The house seemed to become alive with malevolent energy, as if it had absorbed Wendy's evil intentions. Finally, morning arrived and the Johnsons returned home. They found Timmy and Emily pale and exhausted, their eyes haunted by the horrors they had experienced. The parents were horrified, realizing the true nature of the babysitter they had trusted. Wendy, satisfied with her night of terror, slipped away into the darkness, leaving the Johnsons to pick up the pieces of their shattered lives. From that day forward, the town whispered tales of Wendy, the evil babysitter, warning others to never cross her path. And so, the legend of Wendy lived on, a chilling reminder that evil can lurk in the most unexpected places. The children who survived her torment would forever carry the scars of that fateful night, a constant reminder of the horrors they had endured at the hands of the wicked babysitter.